Arizona Tonight starts right now.
And we're coming right on the air with new developments on the Mesa woman facing animal cruelty charges, accused of killing at least 3 dogs.
The woman's roommate is speaking exclusively tonight to our Jane Caffrey and says one of those dogs killed was hers.
The last time I saw him, he was in one of his little yellow cashmere sweaters.
Judy Seraphin says her 6-year-old Westie always dressed up, and Gus was fast friends with her 2 other dogs. She thought he'd made a new buddy when her neighbors, Brooke Scalero and her husband, moved into her home in November of last year.
She was always so excited to take him to work. She made me feel like, oh, he's got like a little friend during the day.
But Scalero's personal journal, now under police investigation, paints a very different picture. Scalero writes in graphic detail that on those day trips, she tormented the little dog.
He was tiny, you know? Little guy wasn't even 20 pounds.
3 months after moving in, Scalero took Gus out and never brought him back. Seraphin says she later revealed Gus had died with no explanation.
I literally fell to my knees in front of the bedroom.
I truly wanted to think, like, maybe he was hit by a car and she didn't have the nerve to tell me or something like that.
Seraphin says Scalero cried and grieved with her at the time, but this week police say Scalero admitted that Gus was one of 3 dogs she killed, while her journal describes the torture of more than 10 dogs and the deaths of 5.
I feel terrible for the people who, you know, lost their dogs, or rescue people who, you know, believed her to be a charming person. Because people did.
It was Scalero's new roommate who discovered and turned in the journal. Seraphin had evicted Scalero and her husband this past summer and reported Scalero to police this month for allegedly stealing more than $1,000 worth of jewelry. Shortly after that arrest, police say Scalero told them she killed Gus, a dog named Griffin, and a dog recently taken from a rescue named Pepe. His body was found outside her old apartment just last week. Seraphin is now demanding justice and criticizing Arizona law that deems these pets as personal property.
I mean, personal property was the diamond tennis bracelet she stole.
She vows to stand beside rescue organizations fighting for harsher animal cruelty penalties.
Is Gus's death something you'll ever get over?
To get those journal entries, no. Not only is it horrible for what he went through, but there's going to be a level of guilt for the rest of my life.
In Mesa, Jane Caffrey, Arizona Tonight.
Jane, Scalero faces 3 animal cruelty charges, a Class 6 felony, which could mean 2 years in prison, and 2 Class 5 felonies that carry a penalty of up to 2.5 years behind bars. Local criminal defense attorney Joshua Fisher explains in a case like this, the total length of a sentence could vary since the court will decide whether the sentence is carried out concurrently or consecutively.
The judge has the discretion to consider those types of facts in crafting the appropriate sentence. But it is difficult because, legally speaking, pets are considered property. You know, not to the pet owners or the pet lovers out there. Obviously, it's much, much deeper than that. And I think that's a struggle that the law has.
He says in animal cruelty cases, a court could also mandate substance abuse treatment or therapy for mental health issues.